What you're looking at here is the real Orby on Twitter. She's following Johnny Depp, as many of us are, and as you might have guessed, Dior did very good in 2022. Laura says, Dior Sauvage has massive 2022 success thanks to Johnny Depp. Yes, but they do also make a great product, let's not forget. But of course, Johnny's a big part of what went on in 2022 as far as their sales. In fact, Dior Sauvage was a leader in perfume sales throughout 2022, even achieving remarkable success that the CEO said was driven by the image of Johnny Depp. Brace yourself, some ads coming up. This is from the blast. It's called Dior Sauvage has massive 2022 success thanks to image of Johnny Depp. Okay, Laura said that. And it begins. Last year, Johnny Depp made headlines due to his lawsuit against ex-wife Amber Heard, 35, actually now 36, who he sued for defamation after she wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post where she referred to herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Stop for a second. Let's make a quick note. This is from January 30th, 2023, and they still got to mention the case and the main details, which goes to show not everybody knows. It feels to us like everybody in the world knows what happens. Everybody in the world knows Johnny was right and it's over. But the fact is, there's still plenty of people out there who just don't know, and it has to be repeated. The trial was one of the biggest, most watched trials in history, which actually helped out Dior's sales last year, according to LVMH CEO Bernard Arnault and the 2022 financial report. You've probably seen the ads. That's working very well. Arnault said during his presentation, referring to the ads with the Pirates of the Caribbean actor, Dior Sauvage kept Depp as the face of the product despite the Walt Disney Company and Warner Bros. Dropping the actor due to the claims, the allegations, with no evidence against him. Warner Bros. First dropped Depp in the Fantastic Beasts franchise and recast him with Mads Mikkelsen. What are we talking about here? We know all this stuff. So, who doesn't know it? Well, obviously, the blast feels that people reading still don't know this stuff. And that's a pretty nice one, I guess. And they list some films of Depp. Looks like this article is actually very pro Depp. Edward Scissorhands, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Sleepy Hollow, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, we know the deal. And they mention Corey, who Johnny Depp is helping out, who has an unfortunate heart disease. Let's see what some people are saying. My husband keeps dropping hints. Looks up when the advert comes on. I love how they stuck by Johnny through it all. I hope it sells out every year forever. Thank you, Dior. This next person lists some prices, and it is not cheap. But if you like that kind of thing, beauty products, it seems like one of the best with a great image. Once Upon a Time says they're on their third bottle. This is how Amber reacted when she read about Dior and Johnny's win. Kinda looks a little bit like her, actually. Not bad. This person says, I bought it for my best friend as a surprise to support Johnny. And that's a good thing to say. It's good to be transparent. You don't want to say something like, well, I just bought it because I really, really love it. It's got nothing to do with Johnny. Maybe it doesn't. I'm sure they sell on their own. But if you support Johnny, you want people to know. You want Dior to know. You want these platforms like Twitter to know and YouTube to know. You bought it because you support Johnny, so let's see more of Johnny in these ads. And I'll tell you what, the ads aren't that bad. I'm a pretty tough judge. I don't like advertisements. Nobody does. But his are pretty easy to watch. They don't say a bunch of garbage. There's no political messaging. It's Johnny with a guitar. And I'll tell you what, the simplicity of those advertisements is probably making sales not only because it's Johnny supporting Johnny and things like that, but because it's so quiet in an age of noise and political crap in ads. So it's a double win. Anyway, that's what I got for you today. More coming up a little later on Amber, Corey Feldman, Manson, things like that. If you subscribe here, you'll get videos. I'm on Twitter too. Maybe give me a follow. Trying to hit 3,000 followers. Getting there on 2958. And if you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. Rant done for now. See you next time.